A child vanishes. The disappearance of Lori Paige. Lori Paige was a bright and cheerful 12-year-old girl. She lived in Tallahassee, Florida. Lori loved to read and dreamed of becoming a veterinarian. On June 3, 2023, Lori vanished. Lori's father, Andrew Wiley, reported her missing. He told police she disappeared overnight. He said she left while he was at work. He said she took her backpack with her. The community was shocked. Nobody could believe Lori was gone. Police began their investigation. They searched Lori's home. They talked to her friends and family. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. But there was no sign of Lori. The community refused to give up hope. They organized search parties. They put up flyers with Lori's picture. They held vigils and prayed for her safe return. But as time passed, fear and uncertainty grew. Where was Lori? Searching for Lori, a community's hope and fear. The disappearance of Lori Paige sent shockwaves through Tallahassee. This close-knit community refused to believe that Lori was gone. They rallied together, determined to bring her home. Volunteers from all walks of life joined the search. They knocked on doors, distributed flyers, and combed through neighborhoods. They hoped for a miracle, a sign that Lori was safe. The days turned into weeks, the weeks into months. Hope began to dwindle, replaced by a gnawing fear. The community held on to the belief that someone, somewhere, knew something that could bring Lori home. Candlelight vigils were held, illuminating the night with the community's unwavering hope. They shared stories about Lori, her infectious laugh, and her kind heart. They prayed for her safe return, their collective grief and determination palpable in the air. A digital shadows. A breakthrough in the investigation. As months turned into a year, the investigation into Lori Paige's disappearance continued. The police followed every lead, but the case seemed to have gone cold. Then, in early 2024, a breakthrough came from an unexpected source: Andrew Wiley's phone. Forensic experts uncovered a series of disturbing internet searches. Wiley had searched for information about remote locations in Georgia and Alabama. The searches focused on areas with bodies of water. These searches, combined with inconsistencies in Wiley's previous statements, raised serious red flags. The focus of the investigation shifted. The digital trail left by Wiley painted a sinister picture, suggesting that Lori's disappearance was not a simple missing person case. The once trusted father became the prime suspect in his own daughter's disappearance. A grim discovery: Lori's remains found. The investigation into Lori Paige's disappearance took a tragic turn in the spring of 2025. On April 5th, a grim discovery was made in Thomas County, Georgia. A prescribed burn, intended to clear dense vegetation, revealed a heartbreaking sight: human remains. The location was a remote, brush-covered area, eerily similar to the locations Andrew Wiley had researched online. Forensic experts worked meticulously to identify the remains. Days later, the news came back. The remains were those of Lori Paige. The community, once united by hope, was now united in grief. The discovery of Lori's remains brought a painful closure to the agonizing mystery. The hope of finding Lori alive was extinguished, replaced by a collective desire for justice. The question was no longer where is Lori, but what happened to her, and who was responsible? Section 5. Justice for Lori. Andrew Wiley arrested and charged. The discovery of Lori Paige's remains sent shockwaves through Tallahassee and beyond. The community, once clinging to hope, now grappled with grief and anger. On April 11, 2025, 6 days after Lori's remains were found, authorities made a significant move. Andrew Wiley, Lori's father, was arrested. He was charged with second-degree murder. The arrest came after a long and complex investigation. The digital evidence retrieved from Wiley's phone, combined with inconsistencies in his statements and his suspicious behavior, pointed towards his involvement in Lori's disappearance and death. The arrest of Andrew Wiley marked a turning point in the case. It brought a sense of relief to the community, knowing that someone was being held accountable for Lori's tragic fate. The focus shifted from finding Lori to seeking justice for her untimely death. Section 6. A community in mourning. Reactions to the tragedy. The news of Lori Paige's death and the subsequent arrest of her father, Andrew Wiley, sent shockwaves through Tallahassee. A collective gasp of horror and disbelief rippled through the community. The once hopeful vigils transformed into solemn memorials. Tears flowed freely as people struggled to comprehend the devastating loss. Lori's bright smile, forever frozen in time on missing person posters, now served as a painful reminder of a life cut short. The community grappled with a mix of emotions: profound sadness, anger towards the accused, and a shared sense of loss. Parents hugged their children tighter, haunted by the realization that such a tragedy could strike so close to home. The pain of Lori's loss resonated far beyond her immediate community. The story of her disappearance and the shocking revelation of her father's alleged involvement captured national attention. People across the country mourned for Lori, a young life tragically extinguished. Section 7. The importance of justice, seeking answers, and accountability. The arrest of Andrew Wiley marked a crucial step in the pursuit of justice for Lori Paige. The legal process began, aiming to uncover the truth behind her tragic death and hold the responsible party accountable. The trial promised to be complex and emotionally charged. The prosecution presented evidence of Wiley's suspicious internet searches, his inconsistent statements, and the forensic evidence linking him to the location where Lori's remains were found. Throughout the trial, the community rallied around Lori's memory, demanding justice for the young girl whose life was brutally cut short. They attended court hearings, their presence a silent but powerful testament to their unwavering support for Lori and her family. The pursuit of justice for Lori Paige transcended the courtroom. It highlighted the importance of vigilance, community involvement, and the unwavering pursuit of truth and accountability, even in the face of unimaginable tragedy. Section 8. Remembering Lori, a life cut short, a legacy of love. Though Lori Paige's life was tragically cut short, her memory lived on in the hearts of those who knew and loved her. The community, forever marked by her loss, sought ways to honor her memory and keep her spirit alive. A scholarship fund was established in Lori's name, providing opportunities for aspiring veterinarians, a dream she once held dear. The community center she frequented dedicated a garden in her honor, a place of peace and reflection. Lori's love for animals inspired a donation drive for the local animal shelter. People donated food, toys, and blankets, ensuring that animals in need would benefit from her memory. In the face of unimaginable tragedy, the community found solace in remembering Lori's infectious laugh, her kindness, and her love for life. They ensured that her legacy extended beyond the tragedy, inspiring acts of kindness, compassion, and a shared commitment to protecting the innocent. Section 9. Conclusion. Justice prevails, healing begins. The tragic case of Lori Paige sent shockwaves through Tallahassee and beyond. The disappearance of a child, the agonizing search, the grim discovery, and the arrest of her own father left an indelible mark on the community. The trial of Andrew Wiley was a long and arduous process, filled with emotional testimonies and chilling evidence. Ultimately, the jury found Wiley guilty of second-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison. While the verdict brought a sense of closure and justice for Lori, it could not erase the pain and loss. The community began the long process of healing, honoring Lori's memory through acts of kindness and remembrance. The case of Lori Paige serves as a stark reminder of the importance of child safety, community vigilance, and the unwavering pursuit of justice. It highlights the devastating consequences of violence against the most vulnerable and the importance of honoring the memory of those lost by working to prevent such tragedies in the future. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.